Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this week's Divinely Guided Rune Reading. We have a lot to go over with a shift in Mercury changing a sign, Saturn is changing a sign, the moon is also changing. All these different aspects, right, are in play and transitioning through this beginning of Gemini season. So let's jump into these divinely guided rune readings and click on yours and cross-watch, share with your friends, family, relatives if you'd like. Also, I do offer one-on-one professional guided rune readings, so if you would like one of those rune readings from me personally, you can get details from that through reaching out through youressentialpractice.com there on the website, or just shoot me an email through youressentialpractice@gmail.com, or you can contact me at any of the socials linked down in the description box below. Also, incidentally, more information about all of the different planetary heavenly body aspects, challenges, and changes, what we can look forward to and be prepared for as a collective. That all of that information is also down in the description box below. So without further ado, let's jump into your divinely guided rune reading for this week. Greetings, Leo, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading for this week. I've already cleansed the energetic space, shuffled and meditated on your runes. All right, so let's jump right on into it for your energetic past here. You've been in Wunjo. This is a beautiful place to be in because this is that clan flag of success, pleasure, plenty, joy, that clan flag planted on top of the hill, right? And that sense of accomplishment together. So this could be like a literal celebration or a place of peace or joy of plenty that you've been coming from or looking for that aspect thereof in your energetic past. Please take what resonates here and leave what doesn't. Okay, so Leo, what's in your energetic now? For your now energies, Leo, you're in Manas. So Manas is a lot like that one clan flag facing another. So this just incites a definition of an other than, right? So this is could be a joining of clan. A lot of people like to interpret it as a joining of a clan or a separation of one. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I think this is more just paying attention to your place in the world, your place in the clan, how you serve your community, how you serve your collective. How are you in acts of selfless service to one another, Leo? And who are you inviting? How are you exemplifying your clan and comparing it with others? So are others leading a different example that you'd like to adapt or adopt as well? So that could also be weighing on your mind here as well. Don't get too caught up, though, in the 3D labels of everything. Not everything needs a freaking label. Not everything is this dichotomy that we give it. We project a lot of that stuff, and not everything has that by nature. Not everything has that. Okay. And your energetic outcome, in your energetic near future is Esau. This is the rune of ice, being rigid, possibly repeating a life lesson. If you're repeating into that joy, for sure. If you're in that clan flag and you want to invite that other clan flag, you want to repeat that life lesson with that clan energy. Beautiful, by all means go for it, but I really think this is you like solidifying, sticking to your straight and narrow path, being rigid, frozen like ice, not being so much as slipping into repeating a life lesson. All right, let's get your influence on the now energies. Your influence rune here is in Nalvis, and I like to say it sounds a lot like now this, because you're going down the path and now this log is blocking your path. This is more focusing on needs, constraints, limitations. What are actual wants versus actual needs? What are perceived limitations versus actual constraints, and the like there. Okay, so you're influenced on balancing these needs, constraints, limitations, maybe kind of clearing away some of that low-hanging fruits in order to focus on this other stuff that you want to dedicate more of your energy to, right? So this is probably calling your focus to things like that, like what can I do right now in order to make this easier for me in the long run. All right, so here's your advice for the now energy, is to make sure that it is something that will last in your future generations, right? Like we'd all maybe want to have that nice relationship that we probably know won't last very long, right? But what you're called to actually do what's healthy for the next 7 generations of your clan. So you're really called to make sure that this energy that you're looking at inviting or adopting into your daily surroundings, right? You want to make sure that it's something that's going to stick around, something that's more perpetual rather than very transitory. Money comes and goes, looks fade, right? What's that soul do though? What that soul do though? So you're called to look at these types of legacies. What are you leaving behind? What sort of thought processes, spiritual practices, things like that. If you keep hearing my chair squeaking, I apologize. All right, so look at this energetic outcome for all of this. This is an irreversible rune of Dagaz. Right? Dagaz is that rune of clarity. It literally means day. So this is like a revelation of. So that revelation of, definition of, making things that aren't very tangible, more clear, more transmuting these energies, and possibly looking at joining up with this clan, repeating this, adding to this clan where you're addressing these needs, constraints, limitations together. By doing so, addressing what's healthy for both of your legacies, and going through this sort of metamorphosis, this clarity moment together. This is like that hourglass tipped on its side, or like that butterfly that is emerging from the cocoon. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But it's that sort of a changing in the energies, like you're experiencing what true alchemy is. So if I were you, I would want to repeat a little bit of that in my life too. That could be very tempting to want to go through that, but be careful what you wish for. Everything comes at a price. Every upgrade comes with its cost, right? You've gone through your stuff. You've paid your dues. You've got a lot of karmic stuff that you're kind of wrapping up here, and looking forward to your next chapter in your life. Have no fear, because very soon you have this beautiful clarity and get to repeat a lot of the good fortune that you've been able to celebrate in your life, that you've been able to have that gratitude towards in your life leading up to now. So that's beautiful stuff. All right. Let's get a message from the Fairies Oracle deck. The fairies are divinely guided creatures who love to assist us in our journeys as well. So fairies, please show us, what message do you have for Leo? Okay, right away with vegetarian. This says, a new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. And boy, is that true. I've tried that myself, just with the amount or types of carbohydrates I allow in my diet, and just running myself through that experiment, I can attest to this very much. That's very true. Like, the healthier you eat, the body's a temple, right? You become what you eat. So do you want to have healthy thoughts? Then put healthy things inside you, right? Do you want to have healthy and invite good experiences? Well, put those good experiences, have good experiences while you're eating. All right, let's read more about this vegetarian card. TUV. Again, this card says a new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. The fairies know that fresh garden food is the healthiest, most natural way to live. You're guided to follow the fairies' wisdom and eat lots of vegetables, fruits, legumes, and nuts, especially the organic varieties. This card validates your feelings to eat on a more vegetarian or even a vegan diet. This should shift you in your eating patterns, will help you yield positive changes such as clearer thinking, increased psychic abilities, and more energies. Very, very true. Ask the fairies to assist you with this change, and they'll gladly do so, including helping your own garden to yield a bumper crop of produce. Okay, additional meanings for this card are a health or behavioral concern is dietary related. Another one is to eliminate chemicals from your diet. Another is to simply detoxify. Another is to pray over your food prior to eating it. Another is to do some research, such as reading, consulting a nutritionist, or taking a class about balancing your diet with more vegetables and fruits. And the last two meanings for this card are to transition to a raw food diet, which is really nice. Also, the final one is to encourage your children to eat more organic, fresh fruits and vegetables in their diets. All right, hope this resonates for you out there, Leo. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.